so you can do it there. Alright, Nick, this is what I've done so far with your video, just so you can see it. There's not a lot of people here, so it won't be a spoiler. But yeah, this is kind of the feeling I want to go for, so hope you like it. I might change it, might not. And then, you know, you got the outro, you know, the songs used, gameplay by, and all that shit. So that's the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna slap a good old red text saying choke on this part right here. It gets like a fucking apocalypse headshot here, and then he just fucking chokes the shit out of it. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker choke. What a noob. We're just gonna go fast, because it's gonna be like... This is my favorite part of it, though. Okay, just before I go, this is kind of fun to talk about, because a lot of people are wondering, like, how do I edit and stuff like that? So, if any of you guys ever wondered that, then you can get a little bit idea of it now. So basically, I had another complete idea for this video when I first started out. I was going to use, I can actually find those songs so you can hear them a little bit before I go off now. I had more serious songs, I guess you can say, but after looking at the gameplay, it just felt like more of a fun video, because there's a lot of, like, you know, it's not that the clips aren't sick, but there's a lot of fun clips in here, which made me rather want to go with more of a fun and yeah, better feel to it than what I originally had planned. Don't think I have the last one actually here. I had an idea for it, yeah. So originally I was thinking about this. Hold on, shit. Like, there's also a good video for a montage or whatever. Which is, you know, it's a good song. It's got the groove. It's able to flow a lot. And the other part was this, which, you know, this is really dark and slow. You know, it's got this. Also, very good for a video. And it also has this amazing finish. I'm gonna use this song at some point. There you go. This part is just amazing. You get it, but it's way slower and way more, like, you know, deep. I guess you can say, like, deep tone and all that stuff. But I saw the gameplay of this. You know, you have stuff like, you know, this no scope and the warlock. It's not that it's a bad clip. It's just that it's more of a fun feel to it more than like a really serious kind of thing. And since there's a lot of low-level clips and social in it, I kind of wanted to adopt that feel. So I decided to go with this song instead. You know, which is like, okay, I'm just gonna copy this clip so you can see what I'm thinking about, like, for the intro here, because it's, I don't know, I like it. Like, this song is just straight up, the moment you get into the fucking song, it's fun. It's such a feel-good song to it. Like, so this is just the same clip over and over, but you get the idea of what I'm thinking for the intro anyway. There we go. So it's like this, like. There's gonna be different clips, of course, so it's not fucking repeated, but like dun da 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 da, and then the gameplay starts, right? So you start with like the clips that aren't that amazing, and that's what I'm planning here. And then I just find like the major sync points of a song. You know, like you see these markers. That's like the major sync points. So for example, like this. That's a huge point. If you don't hit that, then you ruin the entire video because the feeling of it is already kind of dead. If you start with syncing. The most important part isn't syncing this entire part. You know, there's a lot of beats. You can sync a lot of things here, but if you sync too much, you oversync it. It doesn't go well. So have a nice intro, catch the eye, sync, and then this entire part here you can leave fucking unsynced. You don't need it. You know, you don't need to sync it properly. And then find the point where it really changes or something changes. There you go. Now something new came in, right? So that's the part that's important to sync. That part right there. That's how you make a video have flow and like you make the feel of it go well. So you don't need to sync things here at all. You can do it, and small syncs are always good. You know, like if you're gonna cut it on a beat. Cut it on a part where he says something like that, for example. You can. That could be a fade between two clips or something like that. But the most important part is this point where it's like so then I decide what kind of clip do I want, and I kind of think of the part before it. Can that be a part of a long clip? Like this should be a gyro shot, or should it be like a short clip, you know? So I found this clip is fucking insane, like this bouncing off this thing off the floor, off that wall, and into the guy. It's fucking hilarious. So for example, what I've been thinking is make it fine. So for example, the fine is where I'll have the last sync point of this last clip, which means it can fade into this clip right here. You know, this part doesn't need to be. And then, bam. And since that's a huge sync point and the theme kind of changes. Then you should have like a, you know, a transition here. So, hey, so here you should have another sync point, but then you don't need to sync every part like this. You know, keep the rhythm. It's just about how the song changes. So you should change the way you edit it. So now it's fading into another clip, and then sync, and then you can just be normal. You don't need to have anything special here at all. And then you let it go. And then let it. Hey. So there you have like how the clip ends. Da-da. And then. So that's another sync point, you know? In this entire part, it's a completely different theme than this before it, and it's a completely different theme than this after it, when in editing terms, not in the song itself. But. So here, change how it goes again. Chill it out. Don't need to sync things. And then find one sync point. You know, there you have the and the what you call it? The trumpets, like the blow instruments. That's a good sync point. So yeah, I find the sync points that are the most important, like this. That's a sync point. And then hotkey for the orange line you're making for sync. M. M gives a mark. N gives you like this red mark. That's a track, and it changes this thing. Don't use N. It's not worth it. Just use M. It marks everything that you need. So yeah. Here's the chorus. You know, that's a big sync point right there. Important. Hit that. That's the important part. So you just find the important sync points. So like this. At this point, okay, this is a really important one actually. I'm gonna take this away so you don't see it. Like so. So, there. Right? And what I decided to do here is I don't know what's coming here, but I'll see it, and based off that, I'll either use this as a hard cut between the last clip and the one before it, or I'll just fade it and something chill. I don't know yet, but you don't need to sync everything, like I said before. But here, the important thing is to sync the last points of it. So what I did was just that, like, the point of this clip is to see that he's doing what, a 360 or a 180. Yeah, it's a 360 fucking throw and it sticks. So just sync it with the shots and then slow-mo it afterwards so you understand what happens. You stuck the guy. What the fuck? And then just you fade it into another thing. And that's, and you know, of course, that's another big sync point. So you gotta find a good or a fun clip to have there, because that's important. That's really loud, actually. I don't know if I should turn that down a little bit. Anyways, so, and then you, of course, you start finding all these other sync points that you could do. The most important things is finding the major sync points and then build the video around it. It's better than going from start to finish. And the best part is to decide which part in the song that you've chosen that you think are the best parts, and then figure out how you want to do those parts and then build it around it. It's better. And that's usually how I do it, at least. So for example, you know, at this point, I got this. So at this point, I got a sync point here. This ends the clip, but there's a big sync point here. What should I do? Should I sync the first shot of a clip or the last shot? Always the last shot should be your like priority, unless there's a really sick shot that's like the heart and soul of the clip. So I decided, here's a good part of the single kill clip. So this one works. And then of course work it in. Last thing that I want to talk about before I go then about editing is how, you see here I've marked two things. So this first thing is a kill. Second part is a transition. It's always worth to put your transitions over a sync point rather than just randomly. So here he says fame, and this is perfectly synced up with fame. And then you have limelight, so when he slices the sword, that's lime, and then light, I put a dissolve, like a transition here that's like, it lights up a little bit, because I like those things, because it's stupid and it's fun. So having small syncs in your video, in transitions, cuts, and stuff like that, sometimes do more for the video than having a kill on a sync point. And this is for like Counter-Strike and Halo. It's my opinion, at least. That's how you create a good flow and whatnot. And of course, this is one of the last part. This is one of the more, I guess, things that I'm this about. But okay, so take this and this away, and I'm gonna go ahead and just show you this part of the song. So you get it. There's like this beat every time, and usually I don't like the oversyncing part, but I saw that he had a couple of clips where he has a lot of shotgun kills, which aren't interesting at all. Really boring clips to get a lot of shotguns. But, you know, they both go into, like, this has 2 no-scopes in it, which is, you know, decent. There's catastrophe. So just get rid of all the shotgun shots by doing it really fast, and then whenever it goes over to the sniper shots, I change it from every beat to every second beat, so you actually get an idea of what happened in the clip. So, you know, this is shot, transition right before, shot, 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 shot. Yeah, shot, and then transition, transition, like 1, 2, and then you get a beat here that's still. That's where the shot is, and then transition and shot. So instead of having every beat, it's every second beat. Slow motion, let 2 beats go. This is that part where he goes, yeah, yeah. that's a perfect part for a transition again. Even though the beat's going, you can always mix out like the beat of a song to edit to, along with the instruments of the song that aren't, you know, percussion. So vocals, suddenly some violin comes in or something like that. People will focus on what they see with the music. So even if they think, oh yeah, it's a constant beat, when this hits them, you'll notice the guy going, yeah, yeah. And that will be the thing that people focus on. It won't be a problem that you don't edit or like sync the beats. So basically what I've done here is it's fast, 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 slow, 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 slow. And then into another clip with a lot of shotgun. Fast, 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 fast. And that's the idea of it. And then, of course, you get the final product as this. That was really low for a reason, like the music, so I'm gonna go again. And so we come to the final part of it, which is like this whole part here with like the fast things. This is something I came up on the spot because I saw all of these clips where there's a lot of shotgun in them and a lot of like boring kills. So I thought, alright, get rid of them quickly. Do that. Use them in that part right there, and I can use that to have like a nice little part of it which is synced a lot and works out. So on this part where the kills are now every second beat instead of every beat, that's to like kind of slow the viewer down for this last clip, which the beats are still going like this, but I don't have a single of that synced in this clip at all. I just let the clip roll. I add in the film burn, not because I'm like I need an effect, but because he goes again, yay, yay, and that is synced to like every little flicker here, because the only thing that I knew when I started editing this is that I wanted it to end on this shot, because I saw this and I was like, this is like the best clip out of all of them. It's something that doesn't happen a lot. It's kind of unique. He gets launched by like a random, like the missile pod launches the Banshee into him, I think, which launches him up into the fucking thing. And I wanted to end it on that. Like, that's, like, I always wanted to end, I want to build up and end it on like what I think is the coolest or sickest clip or whatever. So I wanted to end it on this. That's how I did it. So sync when he gets hit. Fade out. And then you go credits. You know, that's that. So that's the idea that I had. Only that part is what I started with. And then I filled in all of this afterwards. And what I essentially also like to do is to find what I think are the sickest clips. So I basically have tier 1 clips, tier 2 clips, and tier 3 clips. Yeah, like this, tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. And a couple of these are new ones, so I had to put them in here. But then I decide out of these tier 1 clips which ones I like the most. So for example, I know I have this one, which is like a really, really nice, you know, it gets 2 normal body shots, but this shot right here, it's a really good and really cool shot. So that's like a sync point that I want to use. So for example, when I know that, I can easily put that in somewhere on the big sync points. So for example, here is a really big sync point. The only thing I know that I want is that the shot shall be on the sync point. Bring yourself to glory. So you see what I mean? I just decided that. That also works perfectly with the beat in front of it, because it gets knocked out of scope. So that's the only thing I know. And then you see sometimes then you get lucky with how it lines up with the rest of the clip, like this. Or you get unlucky and you have to like do a little bit of tweaks and decide what you want to do. So. So for example there, okay. So instead of having the shot a little bit after heart, I want it on heart. So then I can decide. I either can use the going out of scope on the beat, or I can do this. It's deciding like this is just like playing around and see what I feel like after I do it. I can slow it down. So in this situation, I don't want the slowdown because a part of what makes the clip good is the whip and then the whip up. So I want that completely raw. So not slowing down. So so what I do there is that it's one of my favorite things to do when editing Halo specifically, is to edit in reload sounds and sounds from the game, like a grenade blowing up close to you or something like that. So what I want here is I want the reload click, which means I need to fast forward it a little bit. So time is a good place to quicken it. So I'm just going to do that. This is where the reload sound comes, which is the most important. And then we still have a little bit of space here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take, when he starts singing again, bring yourself to glory. Bring yourself to glory. And this is then, I'll just slow-mo this. Bring yourself to glory. Which works because then you see like his next goal, like the next shot, and it doesn't really matter like what you call it. I really should change this from Counter-Strike, shouldn't I? But fuck it, I'm gonna go off soon. It works. You shouldn't in general slow down, like do random slow-mos, but in situations like this it actually kind of works. Bring yourself to glory. Not only does it make you go like, ah yeah, he's gonna kill this guy, it makes you think, how is he going to do it? Is he just going to whip it straight away? What's going to happen? But also when the speed hits and he gets knocked out of scope, it seems even sicker. It's about just using small effects, like not big ones, but just small things to make an effect bigger, I guess. So that's how I, in general, use a clip. I decide what the point that I want to actually sync is, and then I just fill in the rest afterwards. Ocean, boy, you had a hard time. Bring yourself to glory. That works out. So I like that a lot. Ocean, boy, you had a hard time. Bring yourself to glory. I never wanted my name. So yeah, that's in general how I edit or decide like how I want to clip in or whatever. So yeah, that's the thing there. I might actually like do a long ass video on this at some point, but that's at least some idea of how I do things when I edit. I know a lot of people have been asking for it for the longest time, but after I stopped playing Halo and I stopped making a lot of Halo videos, I just felt like it wasn't something that people were that interested in anymore. And I haven't really done a lot of things for Halo, no, for Counter-Strike yet, although I intend to do more. I just need to be good at saving clips or taking clips from people. So basically, the rest of these clips are basically like, I'll use the tier 1 clips for big sync points. I'll use the tier 2 clips for like anything from small sync points to in between, and then I'll use the tier 3 clips only if the other clips are not enough. And the way I decide what tier clips are, I watch them. So for example, this is 4 rocket kills, can go past really quickly. But then you have these shots here. Fucking no scope, jumping no scope, quick scope in rapid succession, which is like a damn son. And that's like another part where I would say something like this would fit in. I'm just gonna show you this as well real quick, just based off like that's a different kind of clip. You know, someone would then like to sync all 3 of these shots, right? I know a lot of people do that. I really don't care about anything except for that. What I would like to do here, though, is if I might change this later, but
Bring yourself to glory. Bring yourself to glory.
it's the thing that you have
Yourself
this
to glory.
before, like the climax. So the climax, the like hype point, and which is perfect for like a really fast forward to get close to the second shot right here.
The glory. The glory. The glory. The glory. The glory. The
See
glory.
that? Which makes it actually even a bit more sick in my opinion.
Time.
And there you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky like that. You find accidental sync points.
At a hard time. Bring yourself to glory.
So that's something like that could work, you know. I'm not sure about that one though, but you know. So it's sometimes you get really lucky with positions of clips and something's really good, and other times you like build them in yourself with small slow motion, small cuts, small ideas that you see while you're doing it. At least that's for me. But I think this is the one that I want to use here because it's such a cool clip.
You got a hard time. Bring yourself to glory.
Jumping off the map and no scoping this motherfucker. That's that shit I like. So yeah, that's a small idea of, you know, how I edit and whatnot. So I hope you enjoyed that. I haven't really looked at it for a long time here.